Welcome everyone to the most glorious of battle reports, because I finally played Age of Sigmar. First game of the new year, and it was a refresher for the rules because I started buying my army when they came out in 2nd edition, and apart from some spearhead, I put on 1000 points on the table for an introductory for 4th edition, so that's only the better part of 2 full editions before I got to field them. And I'm still only at 1000 or 1300 points in total, so yeah. But we're gonna do it. It's the Escalation League this year. That army is gonna end at 2000 points. So my force was organized as followed: an Achillean king on the Deep Mare with the armor of the Kifai in the form of the Fang Mora, an Alopex with a Razor Cell harpoon, and a unit of 3 Morsar Guard with full command. My 2nd regiment consists of an Achillean Trollmaster, the Giran version, 10 Amarty Trolls, which were also the Scourge of Giran version, with a champion, and Sirenis Razors from the Legends section, because I just love that warband. And Regiment 3 was a Stumblefoot Giant, which I called Paddy, Regiment of Renown, because it was fun to paint, and yes, such hilarious rules. So I picked up the Achillean Beastmaster battle formation, and for battle tactics I chose Rawful Cycles and Scouting Force. Facing me was Noah, also someone who once plays first game, with a force of Slaves to Darkness. It's the army of Tom, our games master for this game, consisting of 2 drops. Regiment 1 was a Chaos Lord on a demonic mount with Radiance of Dark Glory and a regiment of Chaos Knights. And Regiment 2 was a Chaos Lord with the Head of the Unworthy, a unit of Chaos Chosen with the Dread Banner, and a unit of Chaos Warriors. He had Master the Paths and Intercept and Recover as battle tactics, and my Trolls, Taskmaster and Sirenis Razors carried the treasure tokens. So with both forces drawn up and ready for action, it was time to begin hostilities. Sireni immediately had herself and with the Razors steered off tided to the other side of the battlefield. Now, mind you, on this picture, they actually deployed further to the side, but I was still placing them while making the picture, in order to either cause a distraction or go for the objective on the back of his lines. The rest of the force advanced through the center to claim both the large objective as well as completing the first step of my Scouting Force battle tactic, where I needed to have 3 units out of my friendly territory, and in this scenario that meant the middle line of the table. My enemy, however, responded to this and started to advance both over my flank and on my center. The Morsar redeployed to make the charge range for the Knights over 9 inch, in the hopes they will fail this above average roll in order to reach me. But he rolled a 12, and disclaimer note, he only once not rolled an 11 or 12 for his charges in this game. And a big melee erupted in the center between the Slaves to Darkness hero, the Warriors, the Chosen Ones, and the Knights on one hand, while my Achillean King, Morsar Guard, Alopex and Paddy faced off against him on the other side. So this didn't look too good for the Idoneth. I've honestly mistook a bit the smaller table size compared to the old world, which or classic Warhammer, which I was used to play, but let's just weather it out. But while the Shark was killed by the Chosen Ones, the line managed to hold on, and only to have Paddy, the Stumblefoot Giant, go crazy, stuffing a Chosen One in his back and smashing, kicking and headbutting enemies left and right. Something the Elves, however, failed to do miserably. And this resulted in an impressive 17-5 benefit for the Idoneth after the first battle round, so that was not too shabby. And if I can hold the center, maybe I can hold the lead, but for, well, same amount I can be tabled by 2nd turn. So in order to try and swing the balance a bit, the Achillean Trollmaster and the Thralls moved in to join the fight. And they also entered the melee, hopefully that their numbers could tip over the balance, and together with the Giant destroy the final Chosen One and the Knights. But however, the Slaves to Darkness really spiked at this moment. The Warriors slaughtered all the Thralls and the Taskmaster due to the ability with the Lord, while even though the Giant put 1 Chosen in his bag again, both the Last Chosen and the Knights spiked on their defense and save rolls, and each wound was blocked. So I did no casualties bar stuffing 1 in my bag, which was pretty hilarious considering I need to roll 6s and I managed it 2 combats in a row. But yeah, this was going to cost me the game, and instead of removing 1 or probably 2 units from his side, the freaky dice instead deleted 2 of mine, which also gave him 2 treasure tokens for additional victory points. and in his turn the giant was finally taken down, soon followed by the last of the Morsar and my king. As I failed every saving throw I needed to take, the battle was as good as over, though I still had a small chance thanks to my lead. In the back, Sireni's Razors kept tagging objectives and I still managed to be in front 27-17 after this round. If I could play hide and seek for 3 more turns, I might draw out a small victory, but it would become a very close affair. Using both my Steed of Tides and the switching of my tide table, the Razors kept dancing around the field, trying to escape from the mighty Chaos Forces while lighting up objectives where able. And after round 3, I still was in the lead 37-27. But the Chaos Forces started to disperse and claim more and more of the objectives, so they will be forcing my hand in the final turn for certain. But as the chess game continued during the 4th round, the Razors managed to still keep it at 45-42, so it would be really close, especially considering there weren't any battle tactics I could really score anymore. So close actually that I needed to charge his last knight in the final round and I failed to roll a 9, coming out with an 8. Twice with the reroll for the command points. Oh bugger. Yeah, I can't prevent him from scoring more than 8 points now in the last round, and had I succeeded in the charge I could have stolen a few points, and had I even remained alive I could have come down to some moves on his part for a very close finish, which would probably end with 2 or 3 points in one side or the other's favor. However, now the Chosen, who had rallied almost back to full strength because I failed to slaughter them in that one turn there with their spikes, charged in, decimated the Razors, and on the final moments grabbing their token and scoring a round of 20 points, resulting in a 45-62 win for the Chaos Force. It was tense, even though the final score might look a bit different, and I'm still in doubt whether I would have needed to move as far forward for that high scoring turn 1 that put me far in the lead until the very last turn, or hold back a bit and go on the counter. Either decision in my case could have worked out, but what did mean was a double spike for both the offensive and defensive rolls for the Chaos Forces in turn 2, which literally broke the back of my army. But a fun first game for sure, and now to get some archers painted up for more flank pickings and reinforcing the troll unit. Those are going to be the first goals before we start that turtle. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you again for more Age of Sigmar during the coming year. If you like this, and as you can hear my voice is throat, feel free to buy me a coffee. You can find the link upstairs in the link tree. Bye bye, and until next time, see you! For watching this video, and if you want to support me, check out the link tree above for all my channels, so you can have a look there, or my affiliate links, so there's a little kickback to the channel for more content, and if you really like, you can always buy me a coffee. Thanks, and bye bye!